Well, yesterday it was officially announced that Scream 5 is going to be hitting theaters on January 14th, 2022. They had like a little digital ghost face mask reveal and the release date. It's been making the waves all around social media, and I've had a lot of people showing concern, a lot of people tagging me and commenting me asking the same question. January? Well, should we be worried? Because January is typically the dumping ground, right? Especially for horror movies. That's usually the quick little, $500,000 movie that gets put out there in hopes that they make 2 or 3. Usually ends up on some of the worst of the year lists. Most of the time, yeah, you're right. Should we be worried that Scream 5 is already going to be pushed into a January release date? No! No! Let me say it louder for the people in the back. That doesn't mean jack shit. For a couple of reasons. Number one, we have had a lot of movies in 2020 delayed. For the most part, almost the entire year's slate of movies, certainly the bigger movies, have been pushed off into 2021, which is going to cause a lot of movies that should have been coming out in 2021 to be pushed into 2022, that'll get pushed into 2023, and so on. So for the next 2, 3, maybe even 4 years for all I know, the release date schedule that they already had halfway worked out is going to be condensed quite a bit because most of this year was 0 releases, and who knows how many more major releases we're actually going to see hit theaters for the rest of 2020, assuming we don't have another pandemic hit. So with that being said, the January dumping ground, and even the February dumping ground for that matter, it's pretty much going to cease to exist for the next couple of years because movies that would have fit comfortably in March, April, May, maybe even the back end of the year in September or October, they're going to be looking for other areas to stick that movie. Scream decided that January was a good spot to stick that movie. There's also the added benefit that if Halloween 2018 holds its release date and whatever other horror movie might come out that October, they could start to advertise Scream in October, build that momentum for a couple of months, and then in January and February, where typically not a whole lot comes out, maybe that will change, maybe we'll see even more movies drop in January and February in the next coming years, but assuming this is the major release for January, then that's the only thing that's out there to be competed with. There's no Halloween competing with it, there's no major summer blockbusters coming out to compete with it. Scream could actually do very well for the first couple of months in 2022 if the advertisement is good, if people are excited for it, if the trailers are good, and if it doesn't have any other major competition getting dropped in there between now and 2022. The second reason why it is absolutely ridiculous to think that they are dumping this movie in January, the fucking thing hasn't even been shot yet. They're still announcing people who are agreed to be in this movie. We haven't even heard an announcement whether yes or no on Neve Campbell yet, and they've asked her. They might have her signed, they might be just holding that off to build excitement, but they haven't even gotten in front of cameras yet. Who knows if they even have a completed script at this point? They might still be working on a few passes of that. So it is ridiculous to think that the studios have such little faith in this movie that doesn't even fucking exist yet, that they're just gonna dump it to hide it in January so that we just see it, it goes away, and we continue on with 2022 and forget that that thing ever happened. People, think a little bit more. I understand that it's a popular thing to say, oh, anything in January, that's the kiss of death. What did we just have this past January? Bad Boys for Life. And while I was one of those people that said, ooh, January, I don't know if that's a good sign or not. I don't know if that's a strategic thing or if that means they're trying to hide this. Because it was a sequel that's been long awaited and gone through development hell, my reasoning went with the first one. And then we got what I would call the best Bad Boys movie in the trilogy. Better or worse. Some people don't like those movies, but I think they're awesome. January is not an automatic stamp of disapproval by the studios. It's not an automatic kiss of death to a movie, and it damn sure is not that in this case. If you're gonna ask me if there's any reason to be worried about Scream 5, it's 2 things. Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson, who are not going to be doing the duties that they did in the previous movies, obviously because Wes Craven has passed away, and Kevin Williamson is just gonna be producing this one. He's not writing it. And the only example of a Scream movie we have that Kevin Williamson did not write is Scream 3. I have faith in the directors of Ready or Not. I don't know how much they're involved with the script. Maybe they're writing it as well. I think that the tonal balance in Ready or Not is actually a pretty good tonal balance that you would probably carry over to a Scream film, so I have faith in that. But I'm worried that Wes Craven's not directing it. I'm worried that Kevin Williamson is not involved with the script, and I have no idea what they're going to comment on the current state of horror when there's not really anything overly abundant to comment on right now. Those are the things you should be concerned about, not the fucking release date. So for everybody that's wondering that question, that wants to know my thoughts, that's going to bring that up in any Q&A that I go to, or is going to keep tagging me all week long asking me, what's wrong with Scream 5? Why are they killing Scream? They're not. Chill out. So anyway, guys, are you excited for Scream 5? What story direction do you want to see it head in? It's going to stay canonical with the first 4 films. Obviously, when you have David Arquette and Neve Campbell coming back, or David Arquette and Courtney Cox coming back, that makes sense. I'm sure Neve Campbell's going to join on. She's not doing shit else right now. They're just saving that big announcement to get everybody excited. Woo, Sydney's coming back. What do you guys want to see in this movie? Were you one of the people genuinely concerned about the January release date, and have I alleviated that fear a little bit? Let me know that down below in the comments section. Please like and share this video. Hit that subscribe button if you're just now finding this channel. I have reviews and a ranking for the entire Scream franchise. Soon I'll be releasing a video where I rank all of the ghost faces. And I have a lot of other juicy horror content on this channel, as well as other genres. I'm pretty dynamic whenever I go through a lot of different genres, so check all that stuff out, guys. I promise you will enjoy it. And as always, remember, opinions are like assholes, but that doesn't mean that you have to be. Bring on January!